Fairy Hania and the Lesson of Friendship. In a small village surrounded by green forests and blooming meadows lived a fairy named Hania. Hania was an exceptionally talented fairy who always wanted to be the best at everything she did. Whenever something didn't work out, she felt sad and said she was foolish. At the fairy school where she learned magic and friendship, Hania always aimed to be first in everything: spells, broom flying, and even in the best potion contests. One day, a big contest for the best fairy of the year was announced at the fairy school. Hania was sure she would win. The whole week she practiced her spells and potions to show how talented she was. Journey to a New World. The day of the contest arrived. The school was filled with a joyful atmosphere, and all the students were excited. Hania stood on stage, ready to showcase her skills. But something went wrong. Her spell didn't work as it should, and the potion, instead of changing color, began to smoke and fume. Hania was devastated. She didn't win first place, which made her feel very sad and worthless. After the contest, Hania sat alone on a bench in the school garden. She started crying, thinking she was the worst fairy in the world. Then, Fairy Zosha, known for her warm heart and wisdom, approached her. Meeting new friends. Zosha sat next to Hania and asked why she was so sad. Hania explained about her failed performance and how much she wanted to win. Zosha smiled warmly and said, "Hania, you don't always have to be the best. What matters more is how hard you try and how much heart you put into what you do, and even more important are the friendships you build." Hania looked at Zosha, pondering her words. At that moment, other students joined them: Fairy Hania, Fairy Tomek, and Fairy Marta. They all began to share their stories with Hania about how they also faced difficulties and didn't always win. But thanks to the support of friends, they always felt better. The following days at school were a time of learning for Hania. Zosha, Hania, Tomek, and Marta invited her to join in games and exercises. Together they learned new spells, flew on brooms, and created potions. Hania started to notice that shared experiences and the support of friends were far more important than winning contests. During one of the lessons, the fairy teacher, Mrs. Rushkovska, announced they would work in pairs on a new project, creating a magical garden. Hania was paired with Zosha. Together they worked hard, sharing ideas and helping each other. The garden they created was beautiful and full of colorful flowers that changed color depending on the mood of those who visited. Return to familiar reality. When the project was evaluated, it turned out that Hania and Zosha's garden won second place. Hania felt a pang of sadness that they didn't win, but then she looked at Zosha, who was smiling widely. "Hania, look at the beautiful garden we created together. This is our success," said Zosha. Hania realized that Zosha was right. The joint effort and joy of creating something beautiful were far more important than merely winning the contest. Hania felt that thanks to her new friends, she had learned something very important: that true value lies in friendship and shared experiences, not just in being the best. Hania returned home feeling happy and fulfilled. She knew that many new adventures and challenges awaited her at fairy school, but now she had friends who would always support her. She understood that she didn't have to be the best at everything she did. What matters is to try, learn from mistakes, and enjoy every moment spent with friends. Hania learned that you don't always have to be the best to be happy. Thanks to her friends, she discovered that shared experiences and support are the most important. Now, when she faces difficulties again, she will remember that she has friends who will always be there, ready to help and support her. And that is the greatest treasure one can have. And so ends the story of Fairy Hania, who, thanks to her friends, learned that true value lies in friendship and shared experiences. And you, dear reader, remember that you don't always have to be the best in everything you do. What's important is to try, learn from mistakes, and enjoy every moment spent with friends.